What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. The book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. The link will be in the description box below as always. Now, impress yourself. A lot of times, we don't talk about shit like this, but in life, we're so concerned about impressing the outside world. I got to get this person's attention or get this person's approval or you know, get this person to concede that I am the best, number one, pound for pound of all time. Well, here's the problem with that. What's the use of impressing them people, those people, if you're not trying to impress yourself? See, sometimes when we out here trying to uh, show out for the world, the person you need to be showing out for is yourself. And what I mean by that is impress yourself, challenge yourself. Can you be a better you tomorrow than you were today? If can you set a goal for yourself and you go out and you work to prepare yourself to accomplish that goal? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, completing something impresses you about yourself more than um, setting a goal and accomplishing that goal and completing that makes you feel better about yourself than other people can ever make you feel about yourself. Like your self-esteem is gonna go up regardless of if they like you or gravitate to what you did or not, because you're gonna believe in you. One of the hardest things for some people to do nowadays is to believe in themselves, and we live in a society where you can fake so much that people could see your fake real and actually believe it's real. But real motherfuckers know that either you real or you fake. When you're real, you ain't got to show. Real don't need a thousand social media pics to say that they real. We doing real shit. No, you're not. This is how real motherfuckers get down. Shut your fake ass up. But I say all that because you need to impress yourself. You know, Sometimes you got to impress yourself by taking yourself out of your own comfort zone. See, it's something real dope about you as a human being stepping outside of your comfort zone and challenging yourself to do something that you don't think you can do. And you wind up doing something that you didn't think you could do. Then that makes you say, wait a minute, well, how many other things can I actually do? Huh. Because I thought I couldn't do this shit, but I did it pretty damn well. So maybe my only limitation in life is my mind. Once I think that I can accomplish great things, I can set myself out to do great things. And who does that oppress? Yourself. You know, you got to be willing, and in order to impress yourself, you have to be willing to make a fool of yourself. You have to be willing to crawl before you walk. You're not gonna be the greatest at anything without being a novice at something. You know, just because you see somebody at the highest level of something, that's because they've been working at that forever. They put in a lot of time at that. You didn't. So it's nothing to be ashamed about when you start off and you're horrible, you're terrible. Every great comedian has bombed. Okay, every great performing act had a terrible set. You know, every businessman has failed at business. You know what I mean? Every teacher has fucked up a lesson plan, right? So don't beat yourself up for not being good the first time. Every baseball player has struck out. I'm sorry. So you can't win them all. All right, but you have to be willing. You have to be willing to get up and say, was kind of bad. You got to be able to learn from your mistakes. I remember my dad would tell me, two things that stick with me. He said, it's not that perfect practice makes perfect. It's not that practice makes perfect. It's that perfect practice makes perfect. And the other thing is, you got to learn. You got to learn how to lose in life. And what he means by that is, you have to learn to take the losses in life and learn from them, so you can turn your losses into wins. So you can see the trend of the less you can see the trend as it's coming while you're competing to win, to stop you from losing. You can change the momentum. You could change the dynamics. You can, you know, um, gravitate. You can will the moment into something more more to make you more successful in a situation and less of a failure. That's how you see some people win. That's why they say winners know how to win, because winners know how to take the moments that could cause them to lose and spot them and change them and correct them and make them more favorable for themselves to win. You have to be able to do that, and when you do stuff like that, you will impress yourself, because you'll have foresight that you can actually constantly go back to. You know what I mean? But you have to impress yourself. Sometimes you have to walk alone, and you have to walk alone in a way where you may be hurt that you're by yourself, but you're not hurt. You find out that you can survive by yourself, and not only survive but thrive by yourself. You got to impress yourself. Like, you don't. We all need people, but you don't need. If need be, if it had to just be you and you alone, you can be your own cavalry. You might have to do that, and that will help you understand the power that you have. Um, Sometimes you have to do bucket list things just to say you did them, even whether they were great things or bad things. Just so you can gain the experiences of life that you really want. Because if you don't impress yourself, you don't have any stories to share with the world. You don't have any experiences that you can, when you're thinking to yourself in your mind, your gut, and you're like, look, how can I get me out of this? You need moments where you can dig down deep and recreate something that you've already done. That's one of the biggest reasons why you have to impress yourself, because life doesn't get easier as you get older, it gets harder. So you need to have a wealth of accomplishment where you don't have self-doubt, because even if you're outside of your comfort zone, you are in a space that you're comfortable being outside of your comfort zone, and know that you can be successful outside of your comfort zone. You know, Sometimes pain is your friend, and that's one thing you have to learn in time. Like, pain, it does not have to be your enemy. You know, Part of impressing yourself will be learning to master your own emotions. The things that we consider negative emotions, like fear, pain, anger, regret. You have to channel to impress yourself. You're gonna have to learn how to channel those moments into positive energies and outtakes. You turn your pain into cautiousness to make sure you get something right. You turn your anger into the fuel that makes you a better person. You get what I'm saying? You change your fear into courageousness, because when you're scared you can do big things. You know what I mean? That's why you scare people is adrenaline flowing, and they do something else. Like, these things are built in us, but you have to actually go out in this world and do the things that bring the best out of you so you can impress yourself. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Peace.